Hello. Well, today we have a new fresh off the market circle list. It's Kromac 2, Storm Raptor that is on Una 1 over there in that corner. Brennos, a bunch of pigs, no UA. The new advanced deploying Lord of the Feast, a Gallows Grove, Clad Wayfarer, the Warpwolf Stalker. There's Kromac 2 and Ghetorix. So this list is way more complicated than I thought when I got into it. Something to be aware of that happens now. Lord of the Feast having advanced deploy, he can be ported 8 inches forward, and then his 10-inch gun range on his bird allows him to basically teleport to a big pile of dudes, and then just he has basically thresher the way it works now, except for he can get heart corpse tokens and then just keep buying attacks with those corpse tokens. So he can really mulch. Luckily, by accident, I was a hair out of range of his bird attack that would allow him to teleport base to base with my dude. And he has dual attacks, and so then you just start doing attacks. He can also charge something and then do the bird off of that. So yeah, that was cool. All my halberdiers get to live. Maybe Eiryss, depending on how he wanted to do it. But yeah, he goes first, and this is also my first turn. He's just moving up the board pretty quickly and keeping things in threatening positions. So for my turn, my idea was to spread out the halberdiers, make it so Lord of the Feast doesn't just get to mulch everything. I put Inviolable Resolve on the halberdiers and spread them out so that he would probably be getting about 3 or 4 halberdiers at best. Get my Stormfall archers back and put Inviolable Resolve on them, and I'm out of range of all the 10 inches on the piggies, so they can't sacrifice movement. They don't have prey. And the idea is that he just won't be able to, with POW 12s, roll the 9s that he needs to kill them and the 8s that he needs to hit. So all those piggy shots hopefully just won't do anything is what I'm hoping for. Over here on the right, I run a halberdier and I get super lucky. Guardian Beast is up on Una 1. The Storm Raptor can't advance out of activation, but it can with Deceptively Mobile, but it can make melee attacks, and there's Electro Leaps on its melee attack. So when this halberdier right here got within 6 inches of Una, the Storm Raptor got a boosted to hit roll, needed 7, rolled like a 2-2-1 or something like that. It missed. I got really lucky. The Electro Leap would have needed a 5 to kill that other halberdier, and I would have just thrown away 2 halberdiers instead of trying to jam him out like what I was trying to do. And I just kept everything back. Hyperion is out of the 18 walk and shoot range of Lord of the Feast, or walk and port range of Lord of the Feast. And that's because if I move Hyperion too far close up and he goes base to base with Hyperion, there's just too many good options for where he can land. Allowing him to go base to base with a huge base just creates way too many janky things that I don't even want to deal with and have to come to terms with. I put a Ghost Sniper way over there on the left. I shoot Ghetorix. Ghetorix hypers aggressive farther forward, and I'm like, well, crap. Okay. And then I did a deadly shot, and he just rapid healed all, and he rolled a 3, and he healed all 3 of those. So like, okay, let's not do this anymore. Rest of my range units just sit back. And that's what I did. Now let's talk about what he's going to do to me. Una has a rate of fire 3 gun that has Black Penny, so she walks over here and shoots the halberdiers. That sucks, that are jamming them. The Storm Raptor walks 7 inches forward, does an energy pulse after casting its Animus for free, and kills, I want to say, like 5 or 6 halberdiers. And then because it's a star attack for that energy pulse, it's the same one Thunderhead has, he has reload. He doesn't have rate of fire on his gun. The star attack gets rid of these initials, but he can, because the energy pulse is specifically on his gun, he can continue to buy ranged attacks with reload. So he puts a couple of shots and kills 2 more halberdiers. There's no Electro Leap on the gun. This was really bad for me. I think I lost like 8 or 9 halberdiers right here. And then he kills other halberdiers with Brennos, or Ghetorix, or not, Brennos charging. Carnage was up from Kromac too. Brennos charges, kills a halberdier, then battle wizards and to kill another halberdier. And I think I'm left with like one halberdier at the end of it all. Really, really bad. Lord of the Feast charges a halberdier under Carnage, is able to hit it, rolling the 5 he needs. Teleports, or then he takes a shot at Hyperion, because with the charge distance, he's in range of Hyperion. Lands, no, sorry, he shot Hemera. Because I had a shield guard with my Fane Knight Guardian. Or Fane Knight Skereth Issyan, sorry, not Guardian. He goes base to base with Hemera, and he cuts up Eiryss, and he cuts up Houseguard Thane with boost to hits and the corpses, and kills them, and that's really bad for me because now I don't have solos over here on this right-hand zone to score. Over here on the left, Ghetorix charges and mulches a couple of infantry, a couple of halberdiers, and gets right in that area up in my face. The pigs just run and engage and jam me. So it's at this point that the game is pretty bad for me because I lost so many freaking halberdiers, and I really needed those halberdiers to do damage. Because now that those halberdiers on the right are dead, I can't kill Brennos or the Warpwolf Stalker without investing Hyperion, and it's really awkward for me. How this game needed to play out for me to win: the Storm Raptor's really, really good at killing my halberdiers, and my halberdiers are really, really good at killing his beasts, besides the Storm Raptor, which has Plasma Nimbus and is super rude to me. Hyperion is really good at killing the Storm Raptor, assuming he can get to it, because it's deceptively mobile, even though he threats 12 with Crusader's Call. But with Kromac's feat and there's no primal in the list, with Warping Strength, pretty much everything in this list, like, it just takes 2 war beasts to kill Hyperion, which is an awkward place to be. So losing all those halberdiers, I lost my key piece to kill his war beasts. And if I hadn't lost them, this would be a much different game. I should have backed them up farther. I should have respected the energy pulse. I should have stayed 13 away. Yikes, ouch. That was really, really bad. So what I'm going to do, and do it poorly, Hemera is going to go try and shoot Una, who is on 1 transfer. Boost to hit, takes a free strike from Lord of the Feast. Doesn't get lucky, not a high damage roll. And hits Una. She transfers it to the Storm Raptor, decent amount of damage. And then Issyria comes all the way across the board, pops her mini feet, and does ancillary attack through Hemera, and I'm all in at this point. I need to roll a 9. Also, I can't channel, or I can't channel through Hemera because Brennos is there with Arcane Suppression, preventing channeling within 10, which is brutal. I kept Admonition for free, even though Arcane Suppression doubles it. It's free, so cost of double is still free. That's just bad. I miss the Hands of Fated 9 that I needed, which isn't the greatest odds to be all in on. And Issyria is hanging out over there with 2 focus. Yikes. So Una lived. Now, what should have happened here is Hyperion should have started this off by going and killing Brennos, so that way Hemera could walk up, take a shot at, with Arcane Suppression gone, Hemera could go up and shoot Una, and if he hits, awesome, because it'll get transferred. And then if he does hit, Issyria can activate, do Blinding Light through Hemera onto Una, and that gives me needing a Hands of Fate 7, which is somewhat, I mean, it's better odds, on the ancillary attack to try and hit Una and kill her. Because it's a POW 14, and it's Dice Plus, and it's probably very, very likely to kill her if the second hit does hit. So that's what should have happened. I didn't do that because I wanted to commit Hyperion differently if this failed. However, with Issyria there, it was just a horrible idea because now the Storm Raptor's basically, no matter what, going to kill Issyria. Freddy foreshadowing. So Hyperion does go and kills Brennos, and the idea is that I tie up Ghetorix, and only the Stalker can get to Hyperion. I forget about Kromac. Once Hyperion is gone and the halberdiers are gone, there's nothing to kill Kromac, so he can just run the table. But that's also foreshadowing. Over here on the left, all my halberdiers go in. Some of them are under my Hands of Fate feat. Some of them aren't. I get about 5 charges on Ghetorix, and I roll crazy good dice. Lots of 6s, lots of 5s on every single damage roll. Without Hands of Fate, I hit every single one of them. Dice go really, really good. Even with Rapid Healing and Spiny Growth and being dice off 6. Or sorry, dice off 5. He's left on 2 boxes. But that was awesome. Fane Knight Skereth Issyan comes over here and goes to kill Lord of the Feast, who's a problem, who's also sitting right next to Issyria. And he has Retaliatory Strike spell up that Kromac 2 cast on him early on the game. I believe the way his card reads is that he gets to make his Thresher attack, because it's not Thresher anymore, against everything in his range, which is an amazing Retaliatory Strike. Fane Knight Skereth Issyan comes in under Hands of Fate. Issyria feat is not a charge, is a walk. Smacks him and leaves him on 2 boxes. He does a Retaliatory Strike. Smacks Pain Knight. Pain Knight doesn't really care. And smacks Issyria. And even after the shave, one of her 2 shaves, it drops her 6 boxes. So she's at 9 boxes now. Ghost Sniper and Stormfall Archer shoot some pigs, and one Stormfall Archer sacrifices movement and goes for a Hand of Fated 9 against the 2-box Lord of the Feast. Hits with a brutal damage and does the damage needed. It was a Hands of Fated 9. It was still kind of bad odds, but Hands of Fate does some wonky things. 7 basically is the average, and then it gets kicked up to 9. So, in theory, I mean, Hands of Fate is so hard to calculate in the math, but that's just been my experience. It's more or less added to damage and to hit, as that's how I've always treated it when doing dice math. Hyperion cream to Brennos. Board looks like this. Yeah. So here's where it gets really, really bad. Kromac pops feet. Black Clad, Hunter's Marks, Hyperion. Kromac charges Hyperion. After doing a whole bunch of attacks, Hyperion has like 15 boxes left. He did like 50 damage to him or something like that. And Kromac is camping too. Warpwolf goes in, finishes off Hyperion. Also, Ghost Sniper ran over their last turn to score that flag because Kromac doesn't contest. And then Ghetorix over here is just going to overtake and num through all these halberdiers. Pigs are going to do some damage and kill some more halberdiers. He also kills a Stormfall Archer and the Ghost Sniper, I think. So Hyperion's dead. All my halberdiers are dead on the left. Over here, Bird comes up, energy pulses, hits Issyria with the energy pulse, and has sustained attack. Oh, this bird got so much good stuff. It has sustained attack. So because he hit with the energy pulse, he can now buy attacks that are auto-hitting against Issyria. And so he buys a lightning gun, boosts it, and kills Issyria. Puts her into the dirt. I mean, the energy pulse almost killed Issyria, but he could just keep buying. I shield guard one of them, but it doesn't really freaking matter. She dies. He wipes out my army. Yeah, that's next game. I didn't take a picture because there was nothing left really to take a picture of. So, geez. The new bird, really, really, really good. Has some rules that aren't straightforward when you look at them. They stack in really nice ways. The star attack with the reload, awesome touch. It's a range 14, POW 14. Deceptively mobile, nice. Flying high, didn't come up in this game, but very nice as well. Guardian Beast, also very nice. And then sustained attack. I mean, its gun is just a highlight reel. It's so good. I think this was a okay game for me. I misplayed it big time by losing the halberdiers on the right, and then I also misplayed it with my decisions with Hyperion and Issyria. I thought I was better with infantry than how this game kind of turned out. It's kind of revealing to me that I still have so much to figure out with infantry and how to use them correctly and how to maneuver and position them correctly. Because if I had a whole bunch more halberdiers at this point, the game would be a lot better because they go 15 inches with Issyria, and it's really, really hard to stay out of that threat range. On paper, I feel like this is a game that I can definitely win, and it just didn't pan out. Also, not giving Ghetorix all of my halberdiers in one turn is probably a bad idea. I mean, I could have, I'll say that again. Giving him all my halberdiers in one turn is a bad idea. I should have hit him with about 3 of them, knowing that I'm not going to kill him, even with my amazing damage rolls that I had, and then have the other 3 next turn hit him. So that way, there's 2 turns of him eating halberdiers instead of 1 turn of him eating all the halberdiers. And that's a spacing thing, because when you just jam everything into him, it's hard for him to overtake and get away, as long as there's a big gap between his next targets. Yeah. So that's how this game went. It was really bad for me. It was a lot of fun, though. My opponent was great. He did a great job. He really showed me what this new circle tech can do. And I loved it, and I can't wait to see more of it. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a good evening if it's the evening, or good morning if it's good morning. You know, just have a good day. Thanks.